Hi, cutie dreamers. Hi, friends. Welcome to the season 2 of Adulting Life Diaries with me, of course, Faith. And I'm your 30 something cutie dreamer and currently an international student here in New Zealand. And before anything else, I just want to thank you. Thank you for listening, for sticking with me, and for making space for this little corner of kwentuhans and quiet breakthroughs. So let's jump right in. Today we're talking about something that I got asked a lot of times. Faith, bakit New Zealand? Bakit hindi Canada or Australia? And you know what? It's a fair question. So here's the real story. Honestly, I did consider Canada. I did think about Australia. But there was something about New Zealand na hindi ko ma-explain. Tahimik, presko, parang may calling. And I remember Googling life in New Zealand. And the first few videos were not that flashy. Kasi you're gonna see a lot of mountains and a lot of sheep, cow. Pero alam mo yung pakiramdam na this is where I'm meant to start again. And it just felt right. And additional on that, I am really praying so hard to choose a country or to be in a country where that country, I mean, already living the lifestyle I wanted. Ano nga ba yung lifestyle na gusto mo, Faith? Um, the lifestyle that I wanted would just be you're surviving, you're thriving, and still get to earn decent amount of income, and also yung may work-life balance. And New Zealand never failed me on that. Actually, I know Filipinos would sometimes disagree with me with the work-life balance. Maiintindihan ko. Kasi yung work-life balance is really a concept sa work na if you don't want the shift. I mean, depende sa job position mo. Pero what I'm saying is, um, employers here in New Zealand value your family, value your break time, and of course, value you as a person, as a worker. So, doon na de-define yung work-life balance kasi you just don't work. They would also want to assure you na you get to have a life even if outside of work. And so, ayun na nga. That's another thing that I considered why New Zealand. And even if wala akong masyadong kakilala dito, kahit na, of course, mahalang tuition, because I'm an international student, kahit may uncertainty, I still chose New Zealand. Pero syempre, no one told me what it would feel like once I landed. Yes, wala naman talaga. And no one told me that it would be this quiet. Probably kasi I'm in one of the cities na usually retirees ang mga nandito. And of course, may mga students. Pero yung vibe niya would be more of um, slow, calm dito sa Palmerston North. And I don't know with other cities here in New Zealand. So my first week here would be there were no jeepneys, not unlike in my home country. There were no um, loud sound of video okay around. There were no um, neighbors outside. You would just get to see a few people walking around the street. And then sometimes you get to count, oh yeah, may isa ng tao. Oh, eto na, meron na ulit ako nakita. And tahimik talaga. And at first, that silence, honestly, was so uncomfortable. But I know deep within, that's what I needed. I didn't know what to do with myself, like how can I contain that silence, how can I accept that I'm the only um noisy person ganong level. So culture shock, more like soul shock. I felt like my whole system had to reset, honestly. But in that silence something beautiful happened. And not that panicky, anxious, overthinking version, but the calm, still voice, that I had not heard in years. I started healing. No one told me that New Zealand would feel like a semi-retirement or a retreatment for the soul. Like God was placing me in this quiet, slow country so I could finally breathe and listen of what I truly feel within. And there were little things too, like the kindness of strangers who smiled and say hi to you for no reason, and the peaceful walks where all I could hear were my own footsteps. And the way the sun rises so slow here, yung parang ayaw kang madaliin. And somewhere in between grocery runs and walking home with frozen fingers, I realized something. Sometimes the less popular path opens the right doors. New Zealand is Instagrammable but not Instagram perfect. May mga araw na ang lungkot, ang lamig-lamig, at ang layo-layo sa lahat. But this is the first place where I feel myself becoming whole again. I used to think growth needed to be loud, like promotions, travels, achievements. But New Zealand taught me that growth could also be quiet and calm. I can look like soft mornings, delay buses, at pag na-late talaga ako ng punta sa bus, no bus at all, and learning how to ask for help again. So, would I still choose New Zealand? Yes, 1,000 times yes. Not because it's perfect, but because this country gave me the space to grow into someone I'm actually proud of, and I couldn't really expect that I can do a lot of things by myself. And if you're listening right now, wondering whether you should take that leap, choose that country, or start again at 30, let this episode be your sign. The quiet path might just be the one that leads you home to yourself. And thank you for tuning in, Cutie Dreamer, my friend. Catch you in the next episode.